Alright, good morning everybody. I'm Dr. Max. I just finished up my hour-long Instagram live workout this morning. If you haven't been tuning in, follow me at Dr. Max NYC on Instagram. Pretty much doing live workouts a couple times a week now. I usually post them on my story when I'm going to do it. I alternate them usually with my morning coffee talks, which is my other passion in life. I love working out and I love drinking coffee, so you can watch me working out. I work out, you can just chill, you can see what I'm doing. I talk between my sets and like teach you things and show you modifications to not injure yourself, etc. You know, you can ask me questions. I like to chat with people when they tune in, so it's just a cool way to stay connected to my patients and my followers. So feel free to stop by next time I do a live, but right now I'm just making a video for my post today on Theraband workouts. I've been getting a lot of DMs recently from my patients that saw me doing these exercises a few times now on my live, so I figured I'd make a real post of it. So, for anybody that doesn't have weights in their house, since everybody's working at home now, you know, I mean, some people are starting to go back to work, but gyms are still closed, so you know, most people are working out at home or not working out at all, which is not good. But now that the weather is getting nice, you know, I've been going outside or riding my bike a lot and trying to do more walking and, you know, get some fresh air. But I still work out and lift weights all the time. So if you don't have weights, I was lucky enough to get a new set of 50s. I got a new set of 15s. I have a set of 25-pound dumbbells from high school that I still use. And I'm lucky enough to have my old portable chiropractic table from school back from 1999. I've had this portable table, and now it's my workout table. So anyway, if you don't have anything to work out in your house with, you can spend like 25 bucks, maybe 30 bucks, I don't know how much they cost. Go on Amazon, you can have them in like 2 days, and get some Theraband. So this is it, my friends. Oh, I know it's backward, but these are Theraband resistance tubing. These are the bands. You can also get tubing. I always like to do, you know, I've always worked with physical therapy in my office too, so besides from being a chiropractor, I really do feel chiropractic and physical therapy go hand in hand to really strengthen the muscles, to avoid re-injuring, etc. So adjustments, muscle work, and strengthening of the muscles too. So if you were to order a Theraband package, you get a 3-pack, okay? So it comes with 3 bands. This is the yellow one. That's about 3 pounds worth of resistance. The red one's like 4 pounds of resistance. And the green one, which is what I use pretty much, is 5 pounds of resistance. Now, this is a fancy one. This one came by itself. I actually think I got this at a seminar. I took a continuing education seminar last year on rehab exercises and stabilization exercises for the spine and intrinsic muscle groups, so we were learning a lot about Theraband. So I think I got this at my seminar, to be honest with you, but I'm sure you could order it online if you wanted to. This is actually like a fancy Theraband. This one's called the consecutive loop. I don't think you need to go this route unless you want to. This one actually has a loop on the end of it, so all you gotta do is put your hand through it. You don't need that. Plus, I find the whole thing so long anyway that I wound up wrapping it more anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So I would just get the regular Theraband pack, the starter pack. So basically, it's resistance training, okay? It helps to stabilize the muscles, strengthen it. You can get a full body workout with it. So hold one hand, one side with one hand and one hand with the other, like this. Now the more you wrap your hand around it, the more resistance you're gonna get in it, okay? So like, you can feel it get tighter with the more you do it. So let's start with, let's just say biceps. So hold it like this. The part on the bottom there, you're gonna stand on that. Okay, so my feet are standing on it. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna wrap my hands around a few times. Okay, so this is probably more than 5 pounds now. So when you do biceps, you can either do hammer curls, is where you just go straight up. So like picture your thumb being straight up like this. and you can do hammers like this. Try to get a nice squeeze at the top, okay? So you feel it pinch, pinch it, pinch it. You don't need a lot of weight to get a good workout. A lot of people think you need to lift very heavy weights to be in shape, and you don't need to lift heavy weights at all. You don't need to use any weights. This actually is one of the best things you can do. Like, I really miss going to the gym, I'm not gonna lie. And working out at home has definitely been something I've had to get used to, but I'm doing it because working out's part of my life, and I've been working out 5-6 days a week since I'm 16 years old, so I'm not gonna stop working out just because the gyms are closed, but I am looking forward to them opening up again one day. But in the meantime, this is kind of like a little bit like what I've been doing on my Instagram lives in the morning if you want to ever tune in. So that's a hammer curl. You can do them together like that. Try not to swing your body though. I was just moving a little bit. Keep your elbows in, not out here, right here. And it's just like this. Elbow in. You can switch off. You can do them together. You can hold it at the top. You can hold it at 90. See this? Look. So now I'm not shortening and lengthening the muscle. I'm just holding it like this. So basically I'm working against myself. That's called isometrics. So one of my favorite things you can do for biceps with dumbbells if you have them, or with the tubing if you get the tubing, is you hold one hand like that at 90 and the other hand you do curls. So you do, let's say 15 of these while you hold the other hand steady. Okay, let's just say I did 15 of those, and then I switch arms. So now the right arm is kind of burnt out already, but you're still gonna go for it. And now you switch. So that's isometrics and bicep hammer curls together. So I would do 4 sets of 15 of that. Next, okay, keep your elbows in. Same thing, I'm standing in the middle. I'm gonna keep my elbows in, and I'm gonna kick them back. Let me move forward and show you. That's my Himalayan salt lamp, by the way. Look. So you keep your elbows in. This is equivalent to using dumbbells and putting your knee up on the bench and doing a tricep kickback. So you can either switch off arms like this, or you can do them together. When I do dumbbells, I always do them one at a time. So this is how you do kickbacks. Here, I'll turn around so you can see it. See? You just go back. You try to keep your elbows as close to your side as possible, and you just kick them back. You can even go biceps, triceps, biceps, triceps, biceps, triceps. So those are both muscle groups. When you have two opposing muscle groups, those are the two muscles that balance each other. So the biceps and the triceps. So the triceps is here, biceps obviously is here. Now another thing you can do is you can do shoulder press. So from the same position, you take your straps, wrap them around as much as you feel comfortable with. If you're not in good shape or you're not used to working out, I probably would get the yellow bands and start with them. They're the lightest. I mean, this is the beginner set. They go up to different like purple and like white and stuff, which are way heavier. I don't need all that. I like to just wrap them tighter. So here we go. You're gonna go like this, up, and then up. So now you can do shoulders. Shoulder press, you wanna make sure you do it like this. You don't have to go all the way down with it. So just go here, down, up. Very small motion. You don't even have to go all the way up with it. Just like that is shoulder press. And if you have a shoulder problem, or any type of a rotator cuff injury, or a history of a rotator cuff problem, you want to modify that. So someone with a shoulder injury shouldn't be doing press like this. You should turn your elbows in and do press like this. So that one little shift from this to this can actually save you from tearing your rotator cuff. So modify it from a regular shoulder press to in, and now do a shoulder press like this. But don't go out with it. A lot of people, when they do shoulder press, modified shoulder press, have the mistake of kind of going forward with it. Still keep your elbows in and go up with it. Breathe out when you do exert. Look. When you exert, you breathe out. If you hold your breath while you're working out, you can raise your blood pressure, and it's very unhealthy for you. Okay? So the next thing that I want to show you is a modified shoulder raise. So you can stand on it again in the middle. Basically, I'm showing you like a quick full body, upper body workout that you can do with Theraband. That's today's lesson. So I'm standing on it. I'm wrapping my hands. Front raises for the anterior deltoid, which is that front part of your shoulder. You're gonna go up, up. A common mistake that people make when they do shoulders that causes them to injure themselves is where they go this. You ever see people when they're working out and they do like crazy raises like that? You don't need to go above here, okay? Once people start swinging the kettlebells and stuff like above there, you're really ripping the tendons, micro tears. I see more people coming in with injuries from doing kettlebells. Listen, if you're gonna do raises and you wanna be safe, and God forbid you already have a shoulder problem, don't do that. Let's try to avoid that. So wrap your hands a few times. You're gonna go 1 and down. You can either switch off arms to keep it more exciting. You can do them together. I kind of like to bend my knees a little bit when I do it to give me a little shock absorption and kind of balance me a little bit. Keep your elbows nice and straight for this, okay? That's front raises. Then you can do lateral raises from the same position where you just go out to a T and down. You don't need to go above here. Once people go up here, that's also how you hurt your shoulder. So look, 1, 2, I'm moving over, 3, 4. All these resistance band exercises, I usually do 4 sets of 15. Obviously, I'm not doing that right now because I'm just teaching you a quick video on some exercises you can do for upper body with the Theraband. So, if you're doing it right, you should feel a little burning, to be honest with you. That's not bad. Pain is not good. If you're in pain while you're doing these, like things are hurting you, your back hurts, your shoulder hurts, I would recommend stopping immediately. The old saying, no pain, no gain, is scientifically inaccurate because you could really hurt yourself. If you're working through the pain and like something starts hurting you in the middle of a set and you're like, oh, I only have 5 more to do, I'm just gonna finish it up and do these 5. That's literally how people hurt themselves. Those are the people that come see me in my office and they're like, I hurt myself at the gym, I couldn't move like the next day. So working through the pain, not a good idea. If you have a little burn in the muscle while you're doing it, that's fine. So let's review and we'll finish this up so you can have a nice quick upper body workout to do. So stand on it, wrap your hands. So that was front raise. Lateral raises are like this. You can combine them and get fancy with it and go 1, 2, 3, and then back in. Up, over, down, up, over, down. Switch it, see? I like to listen to reggae while I work out. Makes me happy. At the gym, I listen to heavy metal, to be honest with you. But in my basement and for my Instagram lives, I've noticed that people like listening to reggae. So, in the general, I listen to reggae most of the day. This is one of my favorite California roots reggae bands, Stick Figure. Shout outs to Stick Figure, and shout outs to one of my favorite old school ska bands, the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones. I'm wearing their shirt right now that I got at their concert for their Let's Face It reunion tour a couple years ago. So, those are your options for shoulder. So you can go front raises by themselves, lateral raises by themselves, combos, and then there's one more I'm going to show you. This is how you do a modified exercise for a very specific muscle in the rotator cuff that's very commonly injured with any type of overuse injuries, sports. I see a lot of supraspinatus, it's called. It's a tiny little muscle in the rotator cuff. A lot of injuries with tennis, any type of overhead, the swing, baseball with the pitching, any type of exercises at the gym where you're doing upright rows, or let's say behind the neck pull downs where you're like forcing the weights behind your neck. Very bad. Same thing with press. I told you how to do shoulder press and then do a modified press. Modified press is in the front rather than on the side, okay? One more exercise. Rather than bring your hands here for front raise or here for lateral raise, you're gonna bring your hands here. So you're gonna go between here and here, right there. It's like 45 degrees, I guess. Thumbs up. You're gonna do a thumbs up motion. You're gonna stand on your Theraband one more time. You're gonna wrap them as much as you wanna wrap them. This one's a little tricky, so I wouldn't recommend going too crazy with this. Okay, thumbs up, right in the middle. You're gonna go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and then down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is basically a very specific modified rotator cuff Theraband exercise for supraspinatus. Helps to really strengthen those muscles. The tiny little muscles that protect your shoulder that are very easily injured. So I would do, like I said, definitely 3 if not 4 sets of 15. So if you've never done Theraband workouts before, you're using all these tiny little muscle groups that you've probably never used before, called intrinsic muscles. So I would basically go on the lighter side for the first time you do these workouts. Get used to it. Maybe even do a little ice on your shoulders when you're done, just to make sure you're good. So real basic exercises, those are just a couple. Obviously you can do chest, you can do flies, you can do press, you can do rear, you can do rows for your back, you can do rear flies. So I'm gonna be making more videos with the Theraband, I think, because there definitely seems to be a pretty big interest in it, and I've gotten a good response to it when I've been posting them on my live. So anyway, that was just a quick tutorial. If you don't have a gym in your house, which a lot of people don't, and if you don't have dumbbells, or even if you do have dumbbells and you want to switch up your workout, go online, order some Therabands. Like I said before, we use these in my office. Physical therapy uses them, so very good for strengthening, rehab type of stuff. And I'll show you some more stuff with that. So Theraband resistance bands, they also have tubing, but I would probably start off ordering like a basic starter set with the Therabands and trying some of those exercises I did today. Once again, I'm Dr. Max. You can follow me at Dr. Max NYC. I'm a doctor of chiropractic. Practiced in New York City for most of my career. Background as a certified personal trainer. I work with professional athletes, a lot of sports, a lot of really, really fit patients, CrossFit, ClassPass, a lot of professional runners. I've seen the USA Track and Field Athlete of the Year, gold medalists, the national heavyweight champ of strongman. So I've seen it all, my friends. Follow me on Instagram. And also check out my YouTube channel. There's a link to it in my bio. You can check out my adjustment videos. People love watching people getting cracked, adjusted. And also my Fit Life button is a favorites button if you want to see some more fitness stuff that I've done. It's one of my favorites buttons. You click on Fit Life, and Health Hacks is also a really good one for some more health and wellness tips. All right, everybody, keep working out. It's good for your physical health and your mental health, especially what's going on in the world these days. It's just out of control. So like working out should be a part of your daily routine to keep you physically fit and mentally fit. Take care, my friends. I'm Dr. Max.